Hey there, welcome to Grim and Cozy Crafting, where we explore chilling true crime cases while unwinding with some relaxing gameplay. If you love curling up with a mystery while watching some cozy crafting or building, you're in the right place. Today we're delving into one of the most infamous and perplexing unsolved cases in modern history, the tragic murder of JonBenet Ramsey. JonBenet was just 6 years old when her life was cut short in a case that has baffled investigators and armchair detectives for decades. Who could have done this? Was it someone inside her own home or an unknown intruder? We'll go through the details, theories, and lasting impact of this case while we relax and craft. So grab a warm drink, settle in, and let's begin. JonBenét Patricia Ramsey was born on August 6, 1990, in Atlanta, Georgia, to John and Patsy Ramsey. She was the younger of two children, with an older brother named Burke. The Ramseys were a well-to-do family. John was a successful businessman, and Patsy was a former beauty queen. JonBenet followed in her mother's footsteps, becoming a child beauty queen herself. She participated in numerous pageants, winning titles and impressing judges with her poise and charm. But beyond the tiaras and sashes, she was also just a little girl who loved Christmas, playing with her friends and spending time with her family. The Ramseys lived in a beautiful home in Boulder, Colorado, a quiet and seemingly safe neighborhood. No one could have predicted the horror that would unfold on Christmas night, 1996. December 25th, 1996, was a day filled with Christmas festivities for the Ramsey family. They attended a party at a family friend's home before returning home for the night. But by the morning of December 26th, everything changed. At 5:52 a.m., a panicked 911 call came from the Ramsey household. Patsy Ramsey frantically told the operator that her daughter was missing and that they had found a ransom note demanding $118,000 for her safe return. Police arrived at the scene shortly after, but their response was far from perfect. They failed to secure the home properly, allowing friends and family to walk through the house, potentially contaminating evidence. Hours later, John Ramsey made a horrifying discovery. In the basement, behind a closed door, he found JonBenet's lifeless body covered with a white blanket. She had been strangled with a homemade garrote and had suffered a skull fracture. Duct tape was found over her mouth, and there were indications of possible sexual assault. The ransom note now seemed even more bizarre. Why demand a ransom for a child who was already dead inside the house? The investigation into JonBenet's murder was riddled with missteps and controversy from the start. Law enforcement initially suspected that someone inside the home was responsible. The ransom note, which was lengthy and written on paper from inside the house, raised suspicions. Who would break into a home, write a multi-page note, and then murder a child without taking her? The Ramseys' behavior also added to the suspicion. They lawyered up quickly and refused to be formally interviewed by police right away. However, their supporters argued that they were grieving parents who felt unfairly targeted. As the case unfolded, two main theories emerged. The intruder theory. Some believe that an unknown individual entered the home that night, possibly through an open basement window, and committed the crime. There was a partial footprint found near JonBenet's body that didn't match anyone in the household, and there was DNA evidence under her fingernails and in her underwear that didn't match family members. The family theory. Others argue that the evidence points to someone inside the house. Some believe Burke, her older brother, may have accidentally harmed JonBenet, and her parents staged a cover-up. Others suspect Patsy, possibly in a moment of frustration, could have struck her daughter, leading to a tragic accident that was disguised as a kidnapping. To this day, neither theory has been definitively proven. Despite years of investigation, grand jury proceedings, and new forensic testing, JonBenet's case remains officially unsolved. In 2008, Boulder authorities announced that new DNA testing cleared the Ramseys of involvement. However, some experts remain skeptical, pointing out that DNA transfer is possible and may not be linked to the killer. In the years since, the case has continued to capture public interest, inspiring countless documentaries, books, and even online forums where amateur detectives debate theories. JonBenet's tragic death also led to changes in how child homicide cases are handled, particularly in the realm of forensic evidence collection. So, after all these years, what do you think? Was JonBenet killed by an unknown intruder, Or was her murderer someone within her own home? Do you think the case will ever be solved? Let me know. Hey there, welcome to Grim and Cozy Crafting.